I
Was I
know,
here
dude.
all by
I was
myself?
sitting there doing some stuff, and then I zoned out. And then the next thing I looked, it was like an hour later than I thought it was.
All right. Live stream is starting. I didn't realize Restream would let me do so many channels, even on their free version, but I will never um not be live. I need to limit that to 75 characters. Need to limit to 75 characters.
How's everything going on your new training for the people?
The sales training.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I called the leads from Seamless and they were just not accurate enough phone numbers.
I
So when
got
I
it.
did 90% and higher confidence, I only had like 50 numbers or 25 numbers out of 1,000 records. And when I did 50% and up, that gave me about 250 numbers. And I called through 30 of them. And um, I'd say like only two or three were the right. Some of them were not the right people at all, people that didn't work in the firms. Basically just didn't work very
Just
well.
all the information.
Yeah. Um, all right. Now I'm gonna change this name of this stream real quick, which is already streaming. All right, here we go. Live. And then now I'm gonna get into it. So one of the updates they just came out with today, HighLevel drops so many updates all the time. The one that I thought was the most interesting to show was the upgrades to the QR code generator. A lot of people don't even know this is in HighLevel. I've had clients that were using other software to do this. They didn't even realize it could do QR code generation. And I'm pretty sure even in my 42 tool checklist, we don't even list QR code generation. There's even more than the 42 type tools that I usually show. And I'm going to show you guys that list here at the end as well, and also a bunch of free bonuses you can get for starting a trial with Go HighLevel. So I'm going to go to the sites section. I believe that's where it is. QR codes. You guys can tell I've used HighLevel before. I'm not sharing my screen, Lance. You should have told me,
No,
man.
you're slacking, dude.
I
You
did
let
that.
you.
I did that earlier this week too, or Saturday. But you weren't here either, man. Okay. We had a newcomer who was bold enough to raise his hand. I was like,
Oh, he said, "Hey,
thank
dummy, we
God.
can't see
Yeah.
your screen."
Yeah. He was like, you supposed to be showing something? So this is the QR code generator. It's in the site section here. And you've got folders, you've got analytics, which are great. You can see how much they're getting scanned. Um, and when somebody scans a QR code and lands on your site, just so you guys know, Google looks at that really highly. It can help your site get ranked just by having QR code scans hitting your site. So when you create a QR code, as you see, like you can have a nice logo in the middle. There's all different types of styles. And the new updates today have to do with the amount of types of links you can connect to them. So it used to just be like URL, review link, and then one or two other things. But now you can have a QR code take them straight to a call, to an SMS, and a lot of other options. I really like the SMS. Um, Payment links, all sorts of things. And so it's going to walk you through and help you configure it easily. I'm going to give you an example here. It'll let you access all the payment links you've already created. Um, Review links are one of the most common things. You can have this on the table at the restaurant, at the cash register, in a lot of different places for a business that can seriously make a huge boost. HighLevel has the ability to send out review links automatically when people make purchases and all sorts of different events that can trigger that. But just having these physically in your business, if you are a physical business, is hard to replace. And so this is a great feature. Um, I'll show some of the customization here. Let's just do call and see what it looks like for my cell phone. So you can set up your colors up. You can do logos, page background. You should probably see the ones that we already added in here. It's like you saw the example where it said AI initiates in the background. So we created a custom graphic that goes behind it. Um, and you can add a logo in the middle or upload your own. And then there are different styles too. So changes the way it looks just a little bit. So lots of little customizations you can do just to make it have your style, make sure it matches your branding of your business. Um, so once you get that done, you can do PNG, which is going to have the transparent background, which is great. And then I'll just mention this kind of as a side note. Lance and I were talking about using QR codes for guerrilla marketing. And one thing you can do is you can get these things printed out onto stencils that you can like pressure wash into the pavement, and that's totally legal. You're cleaning the pavement, of course, that's legal. You can just leave these QR codes around. Like I saw one thing that was a viral thing on I don't know what website, it was probably Instagram, but a company just put a QR code up and it said, "I know you were cheating, David," and it has the QR code, and it got these things will get thousands of clicks in public. So if you're creative, you can really drive a lot of traffic this way. And just wanted to throw those ideas around because those are pretty powerful. Um, and that's it. So once you get the review done, like you guys can see on my screen, I've had my two here. And you know what? It would be cool if I threw, now that we can do the transparent background, I think I need to update those. The transparent background was a feature they actually dropped after I made these. Um, so that's the QR code generator. That's a few ways that you can use it, how you access it in HighLevel, and some of the changes that they've made recently that make it even better. What I'm going to get into now. Well, first off, does anybody have questions on that at all? It's pretty straightforward, so I would doubt it, but I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have got. So give you guys a few seconds here to ask. If anybody comes up with anything, just raise your hand. I'm going to go ahead and move on to covering. Oh, go ahead, Michael.
I didn't, I didn't, I don't know how much you've explored that. I didn't really see, but I didn't see like how good the quality of their QR codes are. I know that,
Yeah.
I know that other people who specialize in that, you can make them on some of these other, um, I forget what it's called. There's a few other ones. I know like flow code and stuff, but like,
Mhm.
um, can you link in like a nice artistic one, or I know you know how to code and all that stuff. I imagine you could get it on there as one. I'm just curious, like how good those look. You know?
Yeah. Well, you see the ones that are on my screen right now. So these are
Yeah,
some examples. And then you can also basically you can customize the different. I hope I was still sharing my screen when I was going through this,
yeah, you were.
but you see how it says AI initiates. So you can create a custom graphic on the background. You can put any logo you want in the middle there. There's a few different styles for the way the dots look. And then you can customize the shape of these a
Yeah.
little bit
You
here.
can make a round or square.
Yep, and you can change the colors. Any other questions in
What I
particular?
mean is, there's like cool AI one. You can like use the image generators to make really cool stuff with images on it, as long
Ah,
as it has the pattern.
yeah. So you could take this, which is gonna have the right shape, right? And then you could put this in ChatGPT with an image, I would guess, and ask it to uh, turn the image into a QR into the same QR code.
Okay,
Would be
cool.
my
Okay,
guess.
just use that
I've
one.
never tried that before, but I see what you're saying, and I imagine you could do that. I haven't tried it, but obviously, like I would keep this as your default, and then you can test it out. GPT 4.0 should be able to do stuff like that now, because I have seen what you're talking about. I'm making
Cool.
another cool little video I could post sometime if I test that out after the call. But since I haven't tested it, I don't want to try it right now on the fly. But that is really cool. And I'm going to go through the bonuses for affiliation if nobody else has any other questions. Um, let me see. Unless there's some other things that you guys want to see, Terry or Mayback. And then good to see you, JC. Glad you're on here.
Hey Rob, thanks for having me.
You're
Sorry I'm
welcome.
late. It's kind of how
You're
it works
good.
around here.
Um, I'm I'm gonna cover the bonuses just in case, because I'm still live streaming. So I'm gonna cover the bonuses, and then I'll ask if you need any help with anything. I'll help you before we jump off. Um, do you need any help? Is everything going smoothly?
Just kind of waiting for it to be completed. I think we were gonna run the testing today, so hopefully we
Great,
can get that here soon and get this up and
great.
running, man.
I've been seeing you going back and forth in the community with the team, and so I was assuming everything was good.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just waiting on the completion, so I think yeah, it's going all right.
Perfect.
No complaints.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and hit these bonuses one time then. So if you are new to everything I have to offer, I have a side of my business that is a white label services for other agencies where we can set up anything in HighLevel for your clients. We can do SEO, we can do paid ads on any platform, we can do any type of automation. Um, so specifically, like anything inside of Go HighLevel is really our strong suit with a specialty in AI. So I've been working with AI voice and text systems for 4 years, and was one of the first people to buy like a license for the first AI voice platform that came out. And I was chosen to be the guest speaker on HighLevel Supercharger AI Employee Masterclass. I was the 80th person to ever be certified by HighLevel out of 2 million users. And I think I'm the only one that's certified that was also asked to be a guest speaker on the masterclass. So that's me in a nutshell. And I have a bunch of bonuses that I give people when they just sign up for a HighLevel trial through my link. And like I mentioned, I also have the white label fulfillment side for other agencies, and I have a side that just serves small businesses. If you want information on pricing on those, you can just go to massmarket.ai and you'll just choose market.ai. You can just choose whether you're a small business or an agency. Scroll down, you'll see the pricing. And I'm going to drop a link for a one-on-one here. I'll just go ahead and drop it now in case it was Terry or Maybach. I think it's just Terry that I haven't met with one-on-one before. So Terry, if you want to meet one-on-one, more than happy to, man. If you want to get affiliated, and I'm going to drop that link here, and now I'm going to cover what that even means.
Yeah,
So,
I'm ready, man.
getting affiliated, you can do it a few different ways. You can migrate your agency over. If you just take if you don't have any accounts that are in SaaS mode, it's pretty easy to transfer them over. It's in a new phone, email, or and credit card. You can start a new one, migrate it over, and I'll get credit. If you don't have HighLevel yet, you can start a trial through my link, and then you're automatically in. You can also upgrade your HighLevel account. And let's say you are on the 497 plan, already have a ton of sub accounts, migration is not an option. Hey, you can still add my code for AI employee and then turn it on in at least one sub account. It's not going to cost you any more. And I'm going to give you the tools to use your AI employee to the best of its potential. So basically, there are a few things that I do differently with the AI employee. I've got a snapshot that'll help you set up a basic account with AI booking across all the channels. And, of course, the appointment follow-ups and the new lead text and email reminders, all the basics of an account. And a course that walks you through setting the whole thing up. But there are some advantages to my AI employee snapshot. That's why I call it the supercharged AI employee. So normally, HighLevel's AI voice does not have memory of past voice conversations. It also doesn't have memory of anything else that's been said across WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, SMS, or email, or web chat. Well, mine does. So basically, I connected the memory between the two systems. So your AI on the message channel knows about the AI voice conversations. The AI voice knows about the message conversations. And both of them know about all the past voice conversations. So it's all unified. This means if a client is ticked off about something and then they message and then they go to calling, the system is aware of the issue on both sides, and it helps them feel like they're being taken care of and not like they're being dodged. When you have a problem and you're having a hard time reaching the owner, and at scale, you're going to need AI systems to help. You're going to need your clients to feel like they're still, like the system is not missing things. This helps prevent that. Now, there are a bunch of other bonuses I give away, so don't think it's just the course for setting up the supercharged AI employee or the snapshot, which is like my template that sets all those things up I just mentioned. You can just install it right into your HighLevel account. But you also get, I access to the earlier session of these meetings. So I come for an hour, 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, before I go into this live training. Now, the first half is just current clients coming, asking me about whatever they need help with. It is their time. It is fully open format. I've got do-it-yourself clients and done-for-you clients. I'm helping them know what to do on both sides. And then my team is executing for the done-for-you clients. And then you get access to an 11,000 member community. It is one of the biggest AI communities on the HighLevel community platform. And you get my SaaS website template. So if you're looking to start an agency, you'll get my website templates. And you can check those out. I already showed you guys where to find that. And those are the basics except for our application. So 2 years ago, I was trying to process AI voice calls using third-party AI voice systems. And I realized that I needed to be able to take actions inside of HighLevel from outside of HighLevel to do these types of integrations. And so I taught myself how to code and made an app for Zapier that gives you the ability to take 100 actions inside of HighLevel from outside of it. And so now we have one for Zapier and Make. If I can find it.
So you might explain to people, what does the Zapier Make do, Rob? I mean, some people may not know
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah.
those do.
Yes, so it's for integrating different web apps. So like Google Calendar is a web app. Google Docs is a different web app. HighLevel is a web app. Zoom is a web app. And so all of these softwares have what's called APIs. An API is what allows a web developer to go in and create an integration between two sites. And you can even create services that are basically leveraging other apps behind the scenes. So Zapier and Make, and then some others like N8N, Pabbly, they're no-code integration platforms where essentially web developers go in and they pre-map these connections so that guys that don't know how to code but that have a good idea can go in and they can set something up really quickly, and they can even turn it into a product. So you can go in and you can say, hey, when a Zoom call finishes, I want you to send the transcription here, and then I want to send those notes to the client's email inbox. And then guess what? You can just go to business owners and say, hey guys, I've got a service that sends you summaries of all your Zoom calls. You just sign up right here, and you've made a software product by an integration. Essentially go HighLevel with all the softwares that it has inside of it. It's a massive integration that works really, really, really well. And so basically, Go HighLevel can do a lot on its own, but I created some tools that let you, without knowing how to code, connect it more easily to thousands of other web applications. Really just taking the limits off of what you can do and what you can imagine. So I really believe that we have the ability to automate any process a human can do over a phone or a computer, maybe except for closing, using HighLevel and then our integration apps. And a lot of times when it comes to a custom AI automation, if a business owner says, hey, this is a real pinch point in my business, we'll go in and we'll figure out how we can automate it. Sometimes we can do it all in HighLevel. Sometimes we just step out and integrate something third party. And so that's how we do it. It's much faster to develop a solution in these no-code softwares than it is to actually do it in code. And so a lot of times for you to prototype an idea or an automation, using these solutions is the best way to do it in the beginning. And then once you get proof of concept, then you can pay for something to be hard coded, and it's less expensive to run that way.
Okay, so you got a list of whatever the codes that you can do right now. You said hundreds of codes. So, and basically whatever they think up that can help them become more streamlined to help their business, you could build it for them if they had the idea. Is that correct?
Pretty much. Yep. And if there's something that's holding you back in your business, a process that's having to be done manually, especially if it's like a repetitive type of task, then we're the guys to help you get it automated. And we also train other people of how to go in and do this automation for other businesses. So I've got this file in here. I think I renamed it yesterday. That's just a problem I'm having. There it is. All right. So this is like, by the way, guys, so HighLevel comes with a native, like a Zapier application. Zapier is the most common integration app of the ones I mentioned earlier, it'll let you take about 6 different actions inside of HighLevel, like create a contact, or it's really 6 really basic operations that you can do. And so I created this one that has over 100 actions you can take. It uses the advanced API for HighLevel, which has better security. And this is really where you can kind of let your imagination run wild and, take a lot, pretty much do anything you can do inside of HighLevel from outside of HighLevel automatically. And
You have that in the link. Could you link that to everybody, Rob? Or
it's not online, so I
it's not
can't
okay.
drop the URL,
All
but
right.
I will. If anyone wants it, just send me a message, and I'm gonna add this into this page here soon. I need to go ahead and do that.
I think sometimes when you see that stuff, it kind of gets you going and is thinking about what can help you, or you could say, hey, that really works for me. I could see that helping me out. So
And really quickly, just for basics, because today I did my training on HighLevel. If you're brand new to HighLevel, and if you're wondering how can I use it to help my business, really the first things you should do are go in and first off, you can replace other software that you're using with HighLevel. It's only 97 a month, and it can do all 42 of these different. It can replace all 42 of these types of softwares. I just showed you guys the QR code generator. Some people just pay for a QR code generator software. There's no need for that. HighLevel can do so much. You can replace DocuSign. It can replace MailChimp. It can replace a lot of different things. And so migrating software into HighLevel can help save a lot of money in the beginning and make it something you'll never get rid of. And then reaching back out to your old leads is really the most valuable thing you can do. What I'm doing here on these trainings is exactly that. I'm reaching new people by going live when I do this on Zoom and YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn, but I'm also sending a message and inviting every person who's ever put their information into my website to join on these meetings. And I get, 3 to 10 people every single time. And um, so I have a flow where basically I have events inside my community and I add everybody into my community when they join. And I use these events as a way to kind of get everybody back on. But even if you just want to start more simply, you can use HighLevel to just send out a message sequence or an email or a booking link with a short message to all of your old people. And you could send them a message once a week. And businesses that are doing that, about 30% of the revenue every month comes from doing that. And I would say 50% of mine comes from doing that. And I've really maxed out how you can do that and differentiated myself well. I'm not just, sending out a static text. I'm doing something different than everybody else. And HighLevel gives you so many different options that you can really position yourself differently and do the same kind of thing I'm doing here. If you guys want help setting anything like that up for your business, I'm your guy. And that is almost all I've got for you guys here. We've got one new person joining, and I'm not, we're pretty early here, so I'm going to go ahead and greet them. And if anybody has questions, we can circle back around to that too. So we just had Sharon Taylor. How are you doing, Sharon? I went really quick today, and so I'm on the tail end here. But I wanted to greet you really quick and make sure you know where to get the replay and answer any questions if you had anything in particular you were looking for today. Are you able to come off mute? You did.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just getting in. I was in a bad area. I tried.
No worries. Well, tell me, where are you from?
Atlanta, Georgia area.
Ah, I was born in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In Buford. Been a long time though. I lived there till I was 6, so don't ask me anything about it because I don't remember anything. uh, Tell me, so are you already in HighLevel, and what type of business do you have?
Yes, we are in HighLevel.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. And then were you just intrigued by the QR code thing, or have you been seeing my messages for a while and had some questions about some other things?
Well, my partner sent me the link,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if he's on
Oh,
here or not.
what's your partner's name?
Um, Carl. You
Carl.
might see him at CC sometime. I see he's not here, so that's
What's
probably
his?
why he tagged me to come in.
Okay, cool. What's his last name, and then what's the name of his business, if you can remind me?
Name is Carl, and
I feel like he's a
business is
client.
Flow too.
What's
Our
the business?
our business is Flow too.
Yeah, I think you guys are current clients, aren't you?
Yeah, I
I
believe so.
thought
If you
so.
got your
Well,
thing, you
cool.
probably are.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm gonna show you how to get the replay. I've got a replay of this live here, and then I don't have to worry about pitching you because you guys are already clients, so it's a little easier for me then. And then tell me, Maybach and Terry, is there anything else I can do for you guys today? You guys both see the link if you want to book a call, and yeah, anything else I can help you guys with?
And I think the next step is just book a one-on-one and go from there when I get sit in front of my computer and
Yeah.
fire away at you.
Well, Terry, there are some really cool things we can do to set up ads for you really quickly, with all the AI stuff that HighLevel can do. And yeah, if you just book a one-on-one there, we can get something set up, and figure it out from there. And then Sharon, for you, I would go and hit YouTube because I'm live right now and I'm about to not be, but I'm gonna give you my YouTube link. And that way you can find this. I'll show you where to find it too. So once you're on my page, once I'm not live anymore, it won't be right there, but it will be right here. Just go to live, and it'll be right there. And so I'm going to send you this link, and everybody please subscribe. It's painful how hard it is to get subscribers on YouTube. I've made 106 videos and have 600 subscribers, 680. So I get like 6 per video. But you know what? It's a dedication and consistency thing. I hope I'm gonna believe that and give it my best. So, Sharon, you should have the link there to YouTube. You can go and catch the replay. I talk about the updates to the QR code system, and I think everybody's been helped. Let me check the participant list one more time. Yeah. So guys, I'm about to call it to an end. If anybody's got anything else they want to ask real quick, I'm gonna leave it open for about 30 seconds here. See if there's anything anybody needs. Then I'm gonna call it.
Okay. I got the link already.
Cool. Oh, I'm ready to stand up, boy. My butt goes numb before the end of these things. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'll be back on Thursday at 1 p.m. for current clients, 2 p.m. with another training, and I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.